Welcome to Zahera Speaks, a daily awakening check-in podcast. I am Sara Treadwell, and I'm really excited to be in this space with you to offer support and guidance through this great awakening. I am an awakening coach and spiritual guide, a psychic medium and channeler. I've been channeling Zahera since 2021. She is a non-physical being who is here to offer us support through this great awakening. I'm really excited to be able to hold this space each day for us to receive a message from Zahera to support us during this great awakening. Thank you for being here with me. I'm sending you so much love. I am really excited about what we're going to talk about today. And I have honestly been waiting for this discussion for quite a while. Today, I felt it. I was curious about it, and I don't know how I originally thought about it today, but today we're going to talk about Zahera's name. And I think it's cool to come off of this discussion on language and the energy of words, and that everything contains energy. So it just feels really, probably all of that, percolating. And there was a long time ago, I guess the whole time I've had this curiosity around the name Zahera. And I've received some information around Zahera's name. So the first time Zahera came through in an embodied channeled session, she said that her name was Zahera, and that would be the name that she would be known as, is Zahera. There's many facets of her name that have significance to me. There's many layers of this. So I'd like to go a little deeper into the aspects of her name being Zahera, and the spelling. So Zahera, traditionally, if you look up the name, the primary spelling is Zahira, Zahera. Now, when Zahera came through, she knows that if I receive names, I'm very serious about spelling. I always want to have the right spelling if I'm receiving a name. And so she spelled Zahera, Zahera. And over time, I have experienced the reality of having her spell the name that way, because every transcription, I have to change every version of the name. So if you ever see the name spelled wrong on a transcription, it's because I missed that one, because it spells it always. Well, not always. It will do multiple, variations, but it never spells transcribe when it's transcribing or there's captions. It never automatically chooses Zahera. One, you could say it's around her uniqueness. We'll know who we're talking about, Zahera, when it's spelled this way for the most part. It is a variation. This spelling, I want to be clear, is a variation of the Zahera with an I. So there are those with this spelling. I'm not saying that she's the only one who could have that spelling, for sure. And Zahera is a name that comes from Arabic origin. Now, that's interesting to me because when Zahera came through, I had never heard this name before. I'm not familiar with this origin. And so I looked it up, of course, as you do when you receive a name like this. I always do, at least. I'm looking up the meaning, and is there any other layers that I need to understand in this? And so Zahera, you're going to love this. The meaning of Zahera is shining, brilliant, radiant one. What was the other one? It was, a bright star was one of them. And other descriptions can refer to this word as someone who brings light to others. So Zahera literally means someone who brings light to others. I did not know this. I had never heard this name before. I mean, come on, Also, there's in this word, Zahera, are meanings like helper, supporter, protector. I mean, come on. Okay, you get it. Now, I have had the sense for a while that Zahera's name was also going to be used at some point in a meditation, that there was some energetic significance to the sounds, Zahira, Oh, already. Did you feel that? I felt it. Oh, okay. It's okay if you didn't feel it. I felt it. Zahera. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this call or for this message. Okay, so I had the sense that there was going to come a time when we were going to connect deeper with her name, and it would be some sort of activation. So today I felt it. I felt like, oh, it's time. It's time. We're going to do the activation now. It's time for us, those of us who are here closely connecting. It's time for this activation to start and to anchor this activation in many ways. We are going to hear from Zahera today. I'm not going to talk the whole time, but I wanted to tell you all of this backstory and what I had kind of been moving through with this, because I've been waiting for the moment to discuss this, because it wasn't the moment before now. And so I was just had a knowing some point we're going to talk about this. Here we are today, ready. So I want to talk a little bit more just from my own research as I was looking into this morning. And so let's break down Zahera. So Za is an ancient word or sound, an ancient sound that carries significant meaning from my research. And Za, well, there's multiple different areas where there's the sound Za has been significant. And I'm not saying that what we're going to be doing with the sound has to relate to this breakdown, but it is significant to me. And in my experience, when you receive a message or a symbolism or an idea, you go and you look, when you're being called to look into that more, to expand your own understanding. So Za in ancient Albanian directly means voice, sound, or noise. In Sumerian, Za is part of a compound referring to call out, to speak, Za, to speak, to call out. So that's similar. Voice, sound, to speak, Za. Yes? Oh my God. She's already coming through. I don't know if you heard her right there. She was there with that. Yes, I could feel her. Okay. And then in Gnostic interpretations, I found that the sound Za is linked to strength or loveliness. So that's Za, to speak, voice, sound, to call. And then he, which I had to type in to search this, he, H-E-E, because obviously the word he, it was hard to even search this. In Hebrew traditions, H-E is considered the breath of God, representing divine presence, revelation, and the creative force. So I would say the breath of life is the one that I saw the most around this he sound, is the breath of life. So we have Za, to speak. Oh God, it's getting so cool. Can you believe this? Za, to speak. You know what? This is just going to be what we're talking about. I don't know if we're going to even channel Zahera. We're just going to talk about this, and then we can talk to her tomorrow, because this is too fun. Okay, Za, to speak. He, the breath of life. The breath of life. Come on. This sound is also considered in an ancient name for God in a sacred mantra used for thousands of years to attune oneself to the divine. So we're literally in the he aspect attuning to the divine. And please know, we're not using he as in the masculine. That is not what we're connecting with when we're connecting with he. It's Zahera, Zahera. Do you feel it? Oh my God, we're building this. It's so exciting. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. And there was also something here around the he, creating an atmosphere for divine encounters, peace, spiritual well-being, healing, and also there was something around love, like divine love as well. The sound he is also used in Qigong to help calm the entire body and promote emotional balance and reduce stress. So there's that I found as well. And it bringing a spaciousness, a lightness, a joy to the body to support relaxation. So I think that's important to note. There's also this mantra chant that is called I know I've done it in yoga before. I'm not sure the exact origin of where it began, but it's Wahe Guru. The He part, which is the HE section, relates to the light that dispels the darkness. So there's that aspect as well. There's a lot with the He, there's a lot about representing kind of that oneness and God and the remembrance of the divine, I think, in all of us, that sort of idea. Which I just think is really interesting. So we're putting the pieces together. We're putting the puzzle together. And if you have any other ideas or things that are coming up around these sounds, these syllables, please feel free to share them because we are exploring this together. So let's move on to Ra. So the sound Ra also has deep spiritual significance, representing divine light, again, fire, and the life-giving energy of the sun. Obviously, I think that most of us have heard of Ra, the sun god. And again, I don't think in this case we are calling Ra the sun god. We are referring to that, although there is this energetic that this sound holds relating to representing divine light, and warmth and life and creation. So in this case, I would say that Ra, this is my assumptions now. We'll hear from Zahera tomorrow because today we needed this time together. Ra being linked with our inner sun, activating the solar plexus chakra to heal and radiate our personal power, right? So again, I'm very just going to keep looping it back. We have Za, to speak, to call. He, the breath of life, let's say, yes? To call the breath of life. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm I know I'm the one doing this, but I'm like, it's as it comes together, it's so beautiful. To speak the breath of life. To speak or call the breath of life. To connect to our inner sun, our inner power, to radiate our personal light. Wow. And that's exactly, all of this is exactly what Zahera has been doing for years. Even just her name meaning bright light, right? Bright, and a helper and supporter, radiant one. To speak or to call the breath of life, to connect to our inner sun, to heal and radiate our personal power. Come on. Yes, please, sign me up. Wow. Thanks for being here with me today on this exploration. I really thought we would just quickly go over this and then jump to Zahera. I feel like that's always my expectation, but I see that this is exactly what we were supposed to talk about today to set us up for tomorrow when we will, we've already done this work, so we'll talk to Zahera tomorrow. And I'd love to know any thoughts you have around this exploration. And if anything else that you're aware of came to mind around these sounds or these words, or the energy of this, I'd love to hear about that. So you can comment that or message me. Either way, thank you for being here with me. I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. I can't wait for us to connect with this activation. And I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure. But we're moving in that direction. So thank you. Thank you for being here with me. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I love connecting with you, and I'd love to know any questions you might have for Zahera. You can send me your questions to zaheraspeaks@gmail.com. If you want to connect more, make sure to follow me on TikTok, YouTube, and Substack.
And if you're looking for community, join me in the Great Awakening Collective, a private community for those on their awakening journey to connect, grow, and learn together. Check out the specific links in the description of this episode. I'm sending you so much love. Until tomorrow.